Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. Welcome to this Relationship Thursday, where basically we've been going over the Husband Chronicles, which basically talks about different issues that I had to resolve or conflicts that I had to squash in order that I can be prepared for the husband that God has for me. However, today I'm going to interrupt the sequence of that to basically talk about how God blessed today in the going home service. Well, I shouldn't say going home because I don't really believe in that. But in the celebration, the life celebration of my great niece, Tanasia LiShay Rollins Townsend. Okay. And so, okay, if you don't know, my name is Sheila Rollins, and I am the founder of H.U.L.A Ministries Entertainment and Associates Inc. And on this YouTube, we are Overcomers Anonymous, where we support anybody desiring to overcome anything. And we do it with Jesus Christ being our higher power and what he's accomplished for us on the cross. And so, success, some things that you may have tried and you thought that were impossible to accomplish, they are possible with Christ. Just so long as we keep ourselves with him, keep ourselves in the love of God, use his grace and mercy liberally, and stay connected to him. It's all sure. And all his promises are true. So, okay, so this morning, welcome, everyone, welcome. My secret viewers, um, those of you that just keeps coming back but have not become a part of our YouTube family, and those of you that are visiting for the first time, welcome everyone. My 139 again subscribers, welcome everybody. Pray for each and every one of y'all. Please pray for me. So, okay, if you haven't already, why don't you take a moment to subscribe? It's totally free, okay? You have to pay nothing. Comments are free. If you want to give me a subject that you might want me to research or study or and present, include it in the comments, which you roll all the way down the bottom from the title all the way down, and you'll get to the comments and you can make a comment. The description, however, is on the right side of the title. It's like upside down arrow, and you just hit that, and you can get the descriptions. And that's where I usually have like the scriptures, or maybe a little bit more about the YouTube or the YouTube in brief. So check those things out. The other thing that you might want to check out is that yes, I am selling my vegan food, sausages, uh, breakfast patties and bacon and vegan ham and vegan fish and steak and spare ribs and almost anything you name, pretty much. If I can't do it, I'll tell you. But for the most part, God has blessed me. So almost everything is $7. Even ice cream. I forgot to tell you, I have ice cream too. It's non-dairy. A lot of different flavors. Again, request it. If I don't have it, then I'll let you know. So in the descriptions, I'll have my Cash App if you want to pay for it, because how it works is that you pay for it the day ahead and I have it the next day. If I don't have it the next day, I have it the next day, the earliest possible day. Okay, so I may have an appointment or something like that the next day. So for the most part, it is the next day. But anyway, so okay, the purple and the gold. This is gold. It's not white. Gold and purple. It was actually the color. You can't see it, but see the boxing gloves? It's basically the color of her boxing outfit and stuff. Her gloves and the outfit that she wears, purple and gold. So we, dressed up in purple and gold today. But when I tell you it was a beautiful, beautiful day, I mean, I just kept thanking God and just kept thanking God. And even though I was a little bit discouraged when I woke up this morning because it was snowing, but then I was like, well, God, if at the word of Elijah that God would not cause it to rain for 3.5 years, okay, certainly he can hold up on the snow for what? 4 or 5 hours, he can hold up on the snow. So, I mean, it was awesome. You know, a lot of times when we want certain people to be there for us, it's the very thing that God would not allow. So, you know, it's like, you know, I was asking the Lord to just come in and just have your way. You know, I'm praying that, you know, you would stop the snow, that there won't be no accident. Nobody will be get harmed or anything like that. And the people that was discouraged and was talking about not coming, I said, listen, just come. Drive slow, be safe, just come. So by the time that we arrived, the family arrived at the venue, there was so much love to greet us. Oh my God. My nephew had 300 um, programs made up. They all went. And people were still asking, you know. And so I know you probably wondered, what was the social distancing? Everybody wore a mask, you know. So we had hand sanitizer, you know, and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, we was pretty good about that. But anyhow, the Lord just really blessed the singing, you know, just the kindness there, you know, her friends. It was just nice to be in a company and feel so comfortable with Tanasia's friends, you know, and just how they just took her daughter up in their arms and just loved on her. And what I was starting to say is that, you know, how, you know, you want certain people there for you. I didn't really look for anybody besides my cousins, you know, but they weren't there. But I didn't really think about it until like way later when we were at the repast that, oh, you know, they didn't come. But however, I mean, God held up the snow. God made sure that, you know, everything with every problem that arose, there was a solution to it. You know, Tanasia looked beautiful in a purple and gold gown. Uh, you know, and kids came and they put flowers, you know, in her casket and you know, I don't know what else, you know, boxing gloves, you know, just different things, but it was gorgeous, just plain old gorgeous. My nephew did it, Noble Washington the third. He was the one that took care of her body and everything, and I know that must have been hard for him. And then, you know, also, you know, dressed her and all that, and you know, helped out a lot with my the arrangements. You know, helping Tanasia's mom, which was just really, he just did an awesome job. And then my cousin Tawana Ricks, kicks in, cousin niece, she calls me auntie because I'm older, and I'm okay with that. Um, you know, she kicked in and did the decorations and everything for the repast. And listen, there's a stage where we were, and she had like a little boxing ring up there. And on the table, they had boxing gloves and her pictures, and you know, just gold and purple on every table and everything. And it was just beautiful. And then to top it off for me is that you know, the devil's always messing with me, you know, trying to get me discouraged or whatever. And so, you know, my niece had asked me to do vegan food. So I did. For the first time, I used spelt flour. And I said, you know, I'm not going to make a lot. If they don't come out right, they just don't come out right. So I said, I'm going to use this spelt flour to make some spare ribs. I mean, I had the other stuff that I use. But my nieces, like, they deal with the alkaline stuff like that. And spelt is better, even though it's wheat. It's not the same as like vital wheat gluten, which I use a lot for my vegan food. And so, I mean, it came out beautifully. Okay, I made the spelt flour ribs, and then I made sweet and sour meatballs, which I had made for another patron, you know, last week, which turned out very good. It was my first time that I made them with sweet and sour sauce. I mean, I make it with other sauces on it, but this was the first time with sweet and sour. And so I took them. My niece likes black beans. She asked for rice, and I think that that was accommodated me because they don't really eat rice. So I made quinoa and black beans, and I made some kale and macaroni and cheese. Because I don't think they used to eat macaroni and cheese vegan style, but I made all that for them and everything. And can you believe, without even trying to encourage it or anything, a lot of people I had a table like right at the end, like pretty much by myself with the salads and stuff like that, my sister and I. And a lot of them ate that food. Some of them just wanted to taste this or taste. I said, "You're welcome. You can taste whatever it is that you want to taste." My nephew, Theo, my sister Mildred, she encouraged him. You never ate it before, so what you gonna say about it? Won't you try it? So he tried. He said, "This is really good." I mean, he just kept saying it. This is really good. This is really really good, and pretty much ate his whole plate. And so his whole plate of food. So, it's like I was really, really proud of Tanasia. Let me tell you something. This young lady left footprints behind for her daughter to follow. I mean, this was a hard act to follow. When it says that she was a champion, because I remember when the Lord was trying to get me to come into entrepreneurship and, run my own business and stuff. And I was like, oh God, I'm scared. This girl, she quit her job to start a business and training people, I guess with boxing, losing weight, weightlifting, and that kind of thing. And on the side, she did door dashing, so that she can offset her income until she get things up and running. And then she had a 3-story house, where she was renting out rooms. I think 4 or 5 bedrooms. She's renting out a room about $500 a month. You're talking about smart, 25 years old. This girl was intelligent. She had it going on, okay? And it's like the thing that I give God the greatest praise for is that she was ordering her life after the Lord, And I'm not trying to pin her up as somebody perfect or anything like that. But when she had seen that she had made a mistake with this particular thing, and I don't want to get into it, but she would try to make a change um to correct her mistake as much as she could, okay? And so it was just so much that I was just so proud of her. Some things that I didn't even know, like for example, her having her own business, training people, I guess, for boxing and weightlifting and training, as far as exercising, all that kind of stuff. And when I tell you, this girl was gorgeous. There she is right there. That's Tanasia. That's Tanasia. That's Tanasia. Does that girl right there look like she had a baby to you? Look at her arms. Look at her arms. Gorgeous. See those fringes? That means purity. Purity. She's into purity, sexual purity. Okay? So I really thank God because even though her daughter, Taylor, Lynn Shaw, yeah, Taylor Lynn Shaw, is going to have to live her life without her mother being on this earth, okay, in a grave waiting for Jesus to come. She's left a legacy. Like the program said, a legacy. She left a legacy and a half behind for her daughter. And then plus she has grandmothers and aunties and great aunties and, great grandmothers and everybody that's willing to kick in and show their love for her as well. So just continue to pray for the family as we heal from this experience, okay? And so also, of course, they're doing the whole thing about the mass today. And so proudly today, I wore my mask, sporting a couple pictures of Tanasia. There's some up here that you can't really see either. But look, here's one. Here's one right here. There's one right there too. So I proudly wore it. I'm just like really proud of that girl. So, like I said, continue to pray for me. That's basically all I have for you. Um, Remember, as you share with everyone on all social media platforms, remember to subscribe yourself. Now to him that is able to keep you from falling and to present you faultless before the presence of his glory with exceeding joy. To the only wise God, our Savior, be glory and majesty, dominion and power, both now and ever. Remember to pray for Tanasia's parents, her daughter, her grandmother, her friends. Hold up in prayer, hold me up in prayer, and I'll be praying for you. See you in the next YouTube.